Today we're going to look at 5 alternate endings from the Halloween franchise, with this article saying only one was better than the original ending. Which one was it? You'll find out on the other side. Let's go. Back again, we are discussing the Halloween franchise and 5 Halloween movies that have alternate endings, but only one was better than the original. This is according to Screenrant. We're going to go through these, Etep, right here with you. I know we've been covering a lot of the Halloween franchise news over this month, and, I've reviewed quite a few of these, and you've got, 2 more on the way in the original timeline. We've got H2O on deck and Resurrection, in the batter's box behind them. So we'll get those out very soon. Within the next week and a half, I'll have those 2 out. I wanted to have H2O done this week, but time and my voice holding out are another story altogether. John Carpenter's Halloween doesn't have an unseen alternate ending, but 5 other movies in the Halloween franchise do, and only one of them was better than the Final Cut's ending. Carpenter's Halloween arrived in '78 to develop the slasher genre in the '80s and start a franchise with many sequels, novels, and more. The Halloween franchise went through so many changes throughout the years that it currently has 5 different timelines, the latest one being the reboot trilogy, and some of its movies would be different had they kept what's now their alternate ending. Carpenter's '78 Halloween was rumored to have an alternate ending where Michael Myers dies, which came with other unseen footage that would have changed the movie almost entirely. Luckily, Carpenter himself debunked this, saving the legacy of his movie and characters. But there are other movies in the Halloween franchise that do have alternate endings. However, some of these don't change the movie much at all, or many do more harm than good. But there's one that actually benefited the movie more than the ending of the theatrical cut. Halloween 2 ends with Laurie being transferred to another hospital. Halloween 2 alternate ending reveals what happened to Jimmy. We know how Halloween 2's ends, and if you don't, go look at my video behind the scenes of Halloween 2. All of my franchise reviews of Halloween are listed in the description to this video. Loomis tells Laurie to escape, and he sets the room on fire, immolating himself and Michael in the explosion. To Laurie's surprise, Michael walks through the flames but eventually collapses, and the next morning she's transferred to another hospital. An alternate ending was added to the TV cut of Halloween 2, in which Laurie reunites with Jimmy, Lance Guest, the paramedic she was attracted to, whose fate is left unknown in the theatrical cut, who survives the night, and they hold hands as Laurie says, "We made it." As heartwarming as an ending as that this is, it's not really important, as Jimmy never returns and Laurie moves on with other partners. Yeah, so that one really such a non-factor, but they put that in the TV cut to pad out time.
We made it!
Oh, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. What a Frankenstein's monster of a movie, and that was the title of my video about that last year. We know this has a producer's cut. The producer's cut of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers is different and better. In the first Halloween timeline, Laurie Strode is killed off screen between Halloween 2 and Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. Remember the car accident? But her daughter, Jamie Lloyd, becomes the saga's new final girl. Unfortunately, Jamie Lloyd meets her fate in Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, but her newborn son becomes the new target of Michael in the cult of Thorn, revealed to be the ones responsible for Michael's evil and his many murders. Jamie's son survives thanks to Kara Strode, Laurie's stepsister, and grown-up Tommy Doyle, Paul Rudd, but Michael isn't exactly defeated. In the theatrical ending of The Curse of Michael Myers, Tommy injects Michael with a corrosive liquid and beats him unconscious with a lead pipe. Tommy, Kara, her son, and Jamie's baby escapes Smith's Grove, but Loomis stays behind. Michael's mask is shown on the lab floor as Loomis' screams are heard in the distance, leaving their fates unknown. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers has a producer's cut with many differences in plot and a different ending that is actually better than the one in the theatrical version. In it, after freeing Kara and the children and being pursued by Michael, Tommy stops Michael with the power of ancient runes. Loomis arrives and helps them escape, and he finds Michael lying on the floor. Loomis removes the mask to reveal Wynn instead of Michael, as they switched clothes, allowing Michael to escape. Wynn passes on the Thorn symbol to Loomis before he dies, and it appears on Loomis's wrist. Realizing he's the cult's new leader, Loomis screams. The producer's cut ending gave Loomis a very grim ending, as well as a deeper and almost unbreakable link to Michael. I can't say that would have added anything for me in part 6, which is a difficult movie to repair anyway. But I need to see the producer's cut because all I've seen is the theatrical You know, this is one I'm not going to go out of my way to buy unless it's in the box set, because it's just not a great movie. It was different in what it did and the approach it took, given it was released in 1995. You know, this is the MTV Michael Myers. So I've seen the scene with Loomis and the tattoo appearing on his wrist. I might have even included that footage in my video last year. But yeah, this movie is almost unfixable. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 had a darker alternate ending. Well, Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2, oof, the white trash, trailer park, Michael Myers, and just another excuse for him to put Cherry Moon in a movie. I did not like these at all. The only thing I found redeeming was, number one, Danielle Harris coming back, playing Annie Brackett. Good for her. She shouldn't have been, you know, taken out of the franchise to begin with. But these movies, we're going to review these, so I'm not going to go into detail on my thoughts right now, but these are god-awful.
Bitch, I will crawl over there and I will skull fuck the shit out of you!
Laurie falls to her knees, takes off the mask. This is after she comes out wielding Michael's knife out of the shed, and it cuts to Laurie in isolation in a psychiatric ward, where she grins as she sees her mother's ghost approaching with the white horse. In the director's cut of Halloween 2, Michael unmasks himself and yells out, "Die!" And when he walks out of the shed, he's killed by police. When Laurie comes out, she picks up Michael's knife and approaches Loomis's body, and the police shoot her dead. The next scene is Laurie in the psychiatric ward, but this is now the afterlife. Yeah, there were no good decisions made in that movie at all. The white horse, all the, what you would even call it, the symbolism was just, it was horrible. And Michael talking was even worse. Halloween 2018 has an unused alternate ending. Well, we'll cut right to the chase on this one, because if they would have used this ending, then the Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends would have never been made, but we would have been much better off for that. According to Collider, some of the scenes in the trailer for Halloween that weren't in the final cut are part of the alternate ending, which can also be found in the original script. In it, Laurie and Michael get into a knife fight in the yard of Laurie's home, and she's badly injured by him. Although she's not shown dead, it's implied she's dying. Karen comes out of the house with a crossbow, shooting Michael repeatedly. Michael stumbles into the woods and sits down. And though he's not shown dead either, he's bleeding out. Halloween then cuts to black, so this would have probably ended the reboot timeline quickly. We would have been much better off for that. There was no need for Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, especially the direction they went in Halloween Ends with the Corey Cunningham story and trying to retread, Friday the 13th Part 5 with the copycat Roy killer. That's a much better movie. This, I would have been much happier with this Halloween 2018 if they ended the entire thing right there and didn't go on to do a trilogy. Halloween Kills alternate ending would have made one scene more painful. Halloween Kills had an extended cut with extra scenes and a different ending with Laurie and Michael. Halloween Kills has an extended cut with extra scenes and a different ending with Laurie and Michael. In it, Laurie calls Karen and Michael picks up the phone after killing her. Upon hearing his breathing on the phone, Laurie knows Karen is dead and tells Michael she's coming for him. Laurie then takes the knife from her bedside and leaves the hospital. This ending would have completely changed the emotional impact of Karen's death and would have posed a problem for Halloween Ends. Yeah, a problem for Halloween Ends?
It's Halloween. We're gonna have a good time tonight.
I mean, let's face it, Halloween Ends had enough issues as it was with the ridiculous Corey Cunningham story, and then going back to Halloween Kills.
Evil dies tonight!
There was so many things in that series that were just jokes. They had some nice callbacks. Halloween Kills did the excellent scene when they flashed back to 1978. If they had done an entire movie in that aesthetic as opposed to bringing it to the present, they would have been much better off, would have been much better received. You could have picked up from Halloween 1 right there with 1978 again and just redid the second one in that respect. No, we had to bring it all the way to the present, and to me it just didn't work. But I mean, any of these alternate endings outside of the Halloween 6 ending really are just, it's just fodder on special features for discs. Like they said, the scenes added in Halloween 2 were just a pad out runtime. So you really didn't need any of this, but these things and deleted scenes are always fun to get, especially years later when you're a big fan of something you didn't know they existed, and then you're kind of, gifted these in the form of, as I mentioned, special features on discs and such like that. So what do you guys think? Was there any of these that you would like to see, or have you seen them? Let me know in the comments. I am going to get back to work. We've got videos on the way. Like I said, we got H2O, we got Resurrection. We got some other special stuff planned for you. We got the These People Are Fucking Disgusting cast member stream. Movie night tonight, our last horror movie night of October, folks. Yeah, a lot going on. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Ding the bell for notifications. We are growing at a rapid pace, and I couldn't be happier. So thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the live stream last night, Tuesday Night Terrorvision. If not, go back, check out the playback. We reviewed John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween. Nitro, the playback's available for that. Much more on the way, folks. You can join as a channel member, $2.99, $4.99, or support us on Patreon at $2 a month to become a Brainbuster. Links are in the description. If not, just subscribe. It's free. It always will be. I'm Etep from Wrestling with Horror. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away.